Hey everyone, it's Rhino here with your Disney News Roundup for the week of September 25th, 2021. Before we get into the news, I want to remind everybody that this video and everything that we do here is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They are experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. When you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip and you help support the channel and all the content that we produce here. So check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. And now that I have said that, we are going to move on to the news. We've got two big nighttime spectaculars coming to Walt Disney World in celebration of the 50th anniversary just around the corner. Stressed out about which one to watch on the 1st of October when they debut? Well, now you don't have to be, because Disney has announced that both Disney Enchantment and Harmonious will be live streamed next week. Mark your calendars now, because Harmonious will be streamed from Epcot on Wednesday, September 29th, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. The Magic Kingdom's new fireworks show, Disney Enchantment, will be live streamed on Thursday, September 30th at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. Those wishing to view the live streams can do so on Disney Parks blog. I know nothing actually beats seeing them in person. However, this does remove that stress of having to wait in massive crowds, and which I was not looking forward to at all. I know I'll probably will still have to go for the site on the day of, but Craig will, assuming Craig hasn't done a phenomenally fantastic job of already recording them, like he always does with those. If you ever want to see anything, Craig excels at many things, but he is the best at recording nighttime spectaculars. So please check those out. He'll have some great coverage of those shows, I am sure, as well. And those will be on our other YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/WDWinfo. That's the Diz over there. So don't miss out on that. And while we are talking about the 50th, it has also been announced via the Disney Parks Instagram account that Walt Disney World's Electrical Water Pageant will be getting an upgrade in honor of the celebration. New pixie-dusted scenes will be added to the fan-favorite nighttime pageant, including a float representing Cinderella Castle. Guests will also hear an Electrical Water Pageant-like version of the 50th anniversary's theme song, The Magic is Calling. Guests who love the Electrical Water Pageant will be happy to hear that the full original show will still take place, with the additions bookending the pageant. So beginning and the end, we'll still get to rock out to the Poor Unfortunate Souls breakdown, which is my favorite part. So debuting on the 50th as well, we know, is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in the France Pavilion at Epcot. And if you were not aware, Remy's is actually going to be using a virtual queue, just like Rise of the Resistance did until recently. Disney has released the specifics regarding the process of joining that virtual queue as well, and here are those details straight from Disney. Guests with a valid ticket or pass and theme park reservation who will start their day at Epcot can access the virtual queue system via the My Disney Experience app and check for an available boarding group starting at 7 a.m. on the day of their park reservation. This can be done before guests arrive at the theme park. If guests are unable to join the morning virtual queue opportunity, they may check for an available boarding group starting at 1 p.m. after they have entered the park. Keep in mind, guests must be at Epcot to access the second virtual queue opportunity, and access to a boarding group is subject to availability and not guaranteed. So it sounds like the exact same ride queuing system that they used for Rise of the Resistance is going to be used here as well. So I doubt the virtual queue will last very long, honestly. My guess is they're doing it because of where the attraction's located. It's kind of a dead end area, so there's only one way in, one way out, and so I am assuming this is an attempt to kind of control the flow of traffic for guest experience reasons and whatnot. And I really doubt the demand is going to last for this attraction as long as it has for Rise, simply just because it's not that type of experience, regardless of how I feel about it. It's just, I don't think it's like a high demand experience. Like Frozen. Frozen was like crazy for forever and still can be crazy. I don't think Remy's is going to be like that, but I could be wrong. I am wrong oftentimes in my life. So if you want some tips on the best way to access the queue, you can find a link to that article in the description of this video right below here. All right, early theme park entry is on its way back. Guests staying for the 50th anniversary at participating hotels on Walt Disney World property will have the chance to try out early theme park entry during a phase of soft opening. Early theme park entry will begin soft openings on September 26th for guests staying at what is being listed as participating Disney hotels. Early theme park entry will allow guests to visit any Walt Disney World park 30 minutes before park opening. Guests looking to enter the park during soft opening should look for early entry for participating hotels signage at the park's entrance for admittance. That's all the details we have of now. Don't have the hotels or anything like that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. If you remember, a while back, there was an announcement about the addition of a new scene to Mickey's PhilharMagic. Disneyland Paris and Disney California Adventure have already had the scene since July, but Disney has announced that that new Coco-inspired scene will debut at Walt Disney World's Mickey's PhilharMagic on November 12th. It's also been announced that this week that the attraction is going to be undergoing a refurbishment from October 11th through November 11th as the attraction receives a new digital projection system, which I think is great news because I do very much like this attraction. I know it's like kind of everybody jokes about, but I do like it. But I do think the projectors could use some work. So hopefully this gives it a nice, like, crisp, clean, new look to it. Gives it new life that it deserves. All right, a quick Disney Cruise Line update. Disney Cruise Line has updated their Know Before You Go section to reflect a change in the requirements for COVID testing prior to a cruise. The section now states that the pre-trip COVID-19 test should be a NAAT test, rapid PCR test, or lab-based PCR test. Rapid antigen and antibody tests are not accepted. At this time, families of children 11 years of age and under must upload proof of the child's negative pre-trip COVID-19 test to Safe Passage prior to sailing. While we're on the topic of traveling as well, it looks like international travelers hoping to return to the magic of their favorite Disney parks are in luck. The White House has announced that it will lift the existing travel ban, allowing fully vaccinated international guests to begin visiting the United States in early November. The new travel system will call for travelers to show proof of vaccination before boarding a flight bound for the United States, as well as proof of negative COVID tests taken within 3 days prior to their flight. While a period of quarantine will not be required, masking will be in place and enhanced contact tracing will be employed. Not at all sure how that is going to work in the YOLO state of Florida, but we'll see, I suppose. According to USA Today, the policy adds more stringent testing requirements for unvaccinated U.S. travelers who will need to test within 1 day of departure and once again after arrival. The Centers for Disease Control will issue a list of accepted vaccines that meet the requirements of the new policy in the days ahead, in addition to the list of measures that airlines must take in order to enact the required enhanced contact tracing. Information such as phone numbers and email addresses will be gathered from each traveler headed to the United States. Fully vaccinated Americans returning to the U.S. must continue to show proof of a negative COVID test taken within 3 days prior to their flight. White House COVID-19 response coordinator Jeff Zients had this to say regarding the vaccination mandate for international travelers. This vaccination requirement deploys the best tool we have in our arsenal to keep people safe and prevent the spread of the virus. Vaccines continue to show that they're highly effective, including against the Delta variant, and the new system allows us to implement strict protocols to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Alrighty, one more story before we go today. Remember a while back it was talked about that Disney was buying all that land in Lake Nona for a campus where they were going to move like 1,000 California jobs to Florida? Well, according to the Orlando Business Journal, a Disney-related entity called Dynamic Campus LLC has purchased around 60 acres of land in the Lake Nona area. Based on records in Orange County, the land was purchased for $46 million from Lake Nona Company LLC. This company is related to the Lake Nona developer Tavistock. Public records show that the 60 acres can accommodate up to 1.8 million square feet of office space. This allows for multiple buildings up to 4 stories high. Experts in the field of office real estate say that the amount of space can support 6,600 jobs. Disney confirmed it was moving at least around 2,000 jobs to the planned campus, and more rumors suggested approximately 1,000 more company positions may also be moving from California to the new development. It seems Disney is setting out to create a master planned community in Central Florida. Senior staff writer for OBJ, Jack Whithouse, explains it's typical for large companies to relocate in waves. Aside from the office space, we also learned that Disney was in talks with Tavistock to build an age-restricted community in the area. Celebration Part 2, maybe? I don't know. But there you have it. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I don't really have anything more to say on any of these news stories. Of course, you can stay up to date with all the happenings at Disney, Universal, all those places by visiting wdwinfo.com. But that is going to do it for me this week. I hope that you all are doing well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.